Cracked cake pops, a big issue I get asked about often, so I put together a little experiment to show you one reason your cake pops may be cracking. Preparing my melting chocolate, and then I have 3 different sets of cake balls. The first one is frozen. I personally don't freeze my cake balls when I'm making cake pops, but I know that some people do, so I wanted to include them in the experiment. Once I insert the lollipop sticks, I'm going to dip them into the melting chocolate nice and gently. Now removing the extra melting chocolate with a tap, 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 twirl, tap, tap, setting it down on the parchment paper, and I do it again with another cake pop. It just seems more scientific to use too. For my second set of cake balls, I refrigerated them instead of freezing them. It's a little easier to get the lollipop sticks down inside, and then I also dip them in the melting chocolate. And of course, tap, 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 twirl, tap, tap, press it down on the parchment paper. Do the same thing with the second one. And for the last set of cake balls, I also refrigerated them, but then I took them out and let them sit on the counter for 20 minutes to warm up a little bit. They are still a bit chilled and hold their shape really well when dipping, so they don't fall off the stick, but this way they aren't quite as cold as when you first take them out of the refrigerator. And here are the results. Within 15 minutes, the frozen ones had cracked with really wide, deep cracks. The refrigerated ones, only one of them had cracked, which is what sometimes happens. You never know when they're going to crack. And the ones I waited 20 minutes before dipping, neither one of them has cracked, which is how I usually make my cake pops, by leaving them out, making sure they're still chilled but not too cold. So if you're having trouble with your cake pops cracking, make sure your cake balls aren't too cold when you dip them in the melting chocolate. I hope this helps. Follow for more.